Ever feel like you're trying to be everything to everyone, shouting into the void, trying to reach your people?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, trying to sell a toothbrush that's designed for literally everyone.
Right. That's impossible.
Exactly impossible.
You're hitting on something crucial there. You got to niche down.
Okay, so niche down. What does that even mean?
Well, think about it. Just like a toothbrush caters to specific needs, whitening, sensitive gums, you name it, your online presence, it needs that same focus. It needs to resonate with the right people.
So instead of being a small fish in a big pond,
You find a smaller pond.
you're the big fish.
Exactly. Become the big fish.
I like it. So that's what we're diving into today, niche selection. And you've shared some fascinating stuff with us.
Yeah, it's really interesting stuff.
So how does this whole niching thing actually work? Give it to me straight.
Okay, well, imagine this. You're searching for information online. Are you going to trust someone who seems like they know everything about everything? Or are you going to trust the person who's a recognized expert in their specific field?
Oh, the expert, for sure. I want the person who lives and breathes that stuff.
Right. So it's about, it's like dating.
Okay.
You wouldn't just say you're looking for someone nice.
Definitely not. Too many fish in the sea for that.
Exactly. Too broad. You highlight what makes you unique, right?
Right. Must love dogs and 80s music.
There you go.
Stands out way more.
Exactly. Niching down is finding that same clarity online.
Okay, love it. So you're clear on what you offer, who you are, all of that.
Right.
What then?
Then you attract a way more engaged, loyal audience because they see you as that go-to expert, the one who really gets them.
The one who speaks their language.
Exactly.
And that trust, that translates to, well, success.
Exactly. Success.
Okay, so passion, expertise, obviously important.
Yes.
But it's got to be more than just follow your passion, right?
Oh, absolutely. Way more to it.
There's got to be some strategy here.
Yes. Finding the right niche, it's kind of like baking a cake, right?
Okay. I like where this is going.
Passion is just one ingredient.
Yeah.
One ingredient. You need that perfect mix of passion, market demand, and yes, profitability for this recipe to work.
Market demand, right, because you could be, I don't know, the world's biggest fan of underwater basket weaving, but if nobody's looking for it,
You're out of luck.
it's like offering snow cones in a blizzard.
Exactly.
Okay.
Nobody's buying. You need to know if there are people out there searching for solutions, information, products, all of that related to your area of interest.
Right, so it's not enough to be passionate. People actually have to want it, be searching for it, clicking on it,
Yes, clicking, engaging.
So that's where the whole market part comes in.
Yes, the market,
Yeah.
100%.
Gotcha. Okay, so we've got passion, we've got demand. What was the third one again?
Profitability. We can't forget about profitability.
Right, of course, got to keep the lights on. Passion and demand are fantastic, but
But you got to be realistic. Can you actually make a living from your niche?
okay, so how do you figure that out? How do you know if your passion can actually, pay the bills?
That's where monetization comes in. Are there products you can sell, services you can offer? Can you generate revenue using your expertise?
So you got to find a way to align your passion with an actual business model.
Exactly. Align it.
Got it. Now, I'm thinking about that personal trainer you mentioned, the one who was struggling to stand out. How did she find that sweet spot between passion, market demand, and actually making money?
Right. So she actually stumbled on this whole niching down thing kind of by accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was super passionate about fitness, but she was trying to target everyone.
Everyone.
Men, women, young, old, everyone.
Oh, wow. So she was trying to be everything to everyone.
Exactly. And she was getting lost in the crowd because the competition was fierce.
Yeah, being a generalist in a sea of specialists.
Mm.
Yeah, being a generalist in a sea of specialists.
Tough to stand out.
Really tough.
So she took a step back
Yay.
and she thought, what really resonates with me?
Okay.
And it turned out she had this real knack for working with women over 50,
Interesting.
understanding their fitness needs and goals.
Right, because there's a whole world of experience and challenges within that demographic alone.
Exactly.
So that kind of focus, I bet that helped her tailor her message and her services.
Yes, 100%. She went from being a personal trainer for anyone to the fitness expert for women over 50.
Love that.
Right.
Yeah.
So suddenly she's not competing with every single trainer in the city.
Right.
She's talking directly to her people,
Building a community.
becoming the go-to expert.
And that, I'm guessing, translated into more clients, more impact.
Oh, yeah.
More income.
More income for
Yeah.
sure. This isn't just some feel-good story, by the way.
No.
This is a business strategy
Oh, okay.
backed by real results.
Interesting.
By niching down, she tapped into this market that really needed her and was ready to pay for it.
Wow. Makes you wonder how many other people are out there sitting on like a gold mine of passion and expertise,
Right.
but they're too afraid to, narrow their focus.
100%. I've encountered this so many times.
Really?
Yeah. People just assume that casting a wider net is going to bring in more fish.
Right, right.
But often it's the opposite. You end up with a net full of,
The wrong fish.
mismatched,
Yeah.
yeah, all the wrong fish, instead of a focused haul of your ideal people.
That's such a good point. It's true. Okay, I'm sure you've got more examples up your sleeve. What about that blogger who was struggling in it's a pretty big world out there, personal development?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was so passionate about helping people live their best lives, but it's
Huge.
a pretty broad niche.
It's massive.
Right. How do you even stand out when you're competing with everyone?
Oh, I know, it's true.
Motivational speakers too, like meditation gurus,
It's a crowded market.
super crowded.
Like trying to get noticed in Times Square with like a handwritten sign.
Exactly. So she realized to really connect, she needed to get laser focused.
Okay, how'd you do that?
She asked herself, what about personal development am I most drawn to? Like, what kind of person do I see myself working with?
Oh, I love that. She got so specific.
Yeah.
It's like going from I want to help people to I want to empower single parents to build confidence through mindful time management.
Yes.
See the difference.
Big difference. And that is exactly the kind of clarity that she found. Because, a lot of people struggle with productivity, right?
Right.
But she really honed in on these unique challenges that remote workers face.
Oh, that's smart, especially with so many people working from home these days.
Huge market.
That's got to resonate.
Totally.
It's like finding that sweet spot where your passion meets this like pressing need in the market.
100%. You got it.
Yeah.
And because she narrowed her focus, her content became so much more targeted.
Right.
She wasn't just sharing like generic productivity tips anymore.
Yeah.
She was speaking to the pain points of remote workers,
Yes.
dealing with distractions at home,
Oh, the worst.
setting boundaries,
Boundaries are important.
staying motivated when your office is your living room.
It's so easy to get sucked into like Netflix,
Right. It's a slippery slope.
Totally.
It's like she traded in a loudspeaker for a laser pointer.
Oh, I like that.
Same message.
Yeah.
But now it's hitting the bullseye every time.
Bam, bam, bam.
Exactly. And you know what? It worked. Her blog traffic, it skyrocketed.
Get out.
Yeah, she started attracting this loyal following. She was even able to launch a whole line of productivity planners, and they were designed just for remote workers.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it was all because she took the time to really define that niche.
Okay, I'm convinced. Niching down, it's the way to go. But for our listeners out there who are ready to, find their own niche, where do they even begin?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could feel overwhelming, I know,
Totally.
but it doesn't have to be.
Okay, good.
The first step is actually really simple. Brainstorm.
Okay, so brainstorm. Brainstorm what, though?
Everything. What are you passionate about?
Yeah.
What skills do you have? What are people always asking you for help with?
Okay.
What are you, naturally drawn to learning about?
It's like taking inventory of your internal treasure chest.
It's exactly.
All those little gems you're sitting on.
Great. And then you can polish them up, share them with the world. Don't censor yourself here. Just let those ideas flow.
So let's let it all out.
Yes, exactly. Once you have a good list going, then you can start to narrow it down.
Okay.
Look for patterns,
Right.
common themes. Where does your passion overlap with a potential market need?
Okay, I'm starting to realize that finding your niche, it's kind of a treasure hunt in itself.
It really is.
You're uncovering like hidden interests, rediscovering forgotten passions, ultimately revealing a path that feels like exciting and like authentically you.
I love that. It's about more than just picking a topic from a hat,
Yeah. Right, right.
It's about aligning your work with your purpose, your values, your unique strengths.
So this has been incredibly insightful. I do have one more question, though. How do you know if your niche idea is actually viable? What if you pour your heart and soul into something and nobody's interested?
Oh, that's where validation comes in.
Validation.
Yes, and luckily we live in a time where it's easier than ever to get feedback and kind of, test the waters before you dive in head first.
Okay, good. So no more quitting your day job to become a professional thumb wrestler without checking if there's even an audience for that.
Exactly. Don't do that. Unless there's a market for it, then maybe.
Maybe.
No, but tools like Google Trends, they're your best friend here.
Okay.
You can literally see how many people are searching for keywords related to your niche.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. How those searches have changed over time. You can even compare different niches, see which ones have the most potential.
It's like having a crystal ball into the minds of your target audience.
Pretty much.
No more guessing games.
Some more guessing.
You see what people actually want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate the power of just asking people.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Right. Create a survey. Join online communities. Talk to your network.
Put yourself out there.
Exactly.
Okay. But what happens if you get those initial results back and they're, well, a little underwhelming?
It happens. Don't despair. Remember, this is a process. Sometimes it takes a little tweaking, a little refining, maybe even some pivoting. You will find that sweet spot.
So even if that first idea, it's a dud, doesn't mean pack it up, go home.
Not at all. It's like, adjusting your recipe as you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to swap out an ingredient or two, right?
Right, to find that perfect flavor.
Exactly. It's like you're fine-tuning your compass.
Okay.
You might start heading in one direction, and that's okay. But if something feels off, course correct. Pivot. You might even need a whole new map.
That makes sense. Not about being married to the first idea, being open to that exploration. That's how you refine your niche.
Exactly. And honestly, those detours, sometimes they lead to the most amazing places.
Right, right.
And even if you find a niche you think it's perfect on paper, you might need to make some tweaks along the way.
Right, because things change.
Things change. The market changes. You change.
Go
with it.
change, yeah. So it's a process, not a destination.
Exactly.
Ongoing.
And like you said, technology makes it so much easier to kind of test and refine as you go.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So much easier than it used to be.
Totally.
Are there any other tools or strategies that you recommend for people who are, just starting out on this niche finding journey?
One thing I always recommend is connecting with other people in your niche.
Okay.
Or even in adjacent niches.
Right.
Join some online communities, attend events, reach out to people you admire. Don't be afraid to just ask questions.
Yeah, collaboration over competition.
100%.
Because it's easy to get caught up in that, oh, they're my competition mindset. But
Yeah.
there's so much power in connection and community.
Huge. And the feedback, it's invaluable.
Totally. You'll learn so much.
Okay, so as our listeners are going through this whole process, right, refining their niche,
Yes.
what else should they keep in mind?
Don't lose sight of the why.
The why.
Yes. It's easy to get so caught up in the practicalities of it all.
Right, the market research, all that.
Yes. The monetization strategy, the website design.
Yeah, all the things.
But at the end of the day, why are you doing this?
Yeah, it's like that saying, don't forget to sharpen your axe before you chop down the tree.
Yes. Exactly.
It's easy to get so focused on the task, we forget to, take care of ourselves and our tools.
It's so true.
And the why behind it all.
Yes. The why. So ask yourself, what problem are you passionate about solving? What impact do you want to make? How can you use your unique skills to make a difference?
Those are such great questions. Really got to sit with those. It's not just about finding a niche, it's about finding a niche that lights you up.
Yes.
That feels right for you.
100%. When you're genuinely excited about the value you're providing.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like work.
It's a calling.
It's a calling.
That's where the magic happens.
Exactly. That's how you create something that's not just successful, but fulfilling too.
Right.
So as you're, going through it, testing things out, ask yourself, what problem in the world really lights a fire in me to solve? Is there a way I can weave that into my work, make a difference and a living?
Wow. What a question to end on. I love that.
Yeah.
It takes the pressure off trying to find the perfect thing right away.
Right.
It's a journey.
It really is.
It's about self-discovery, exploration.
Yes. It's about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where your passion, your skills, the needs of the world, they all intersect.
The trifecta.
The trifecta, that's where the magic happens.
I love it. This has been so eye-opening. I think we all needed to hear that, Success isn't just about finding the right audience. It's about finding the right audience for you.
Yes.
The people you can connect with, make a difference for. Thank you so much for taking this deep dive with us.
Thank you for having me. And to our listeners, remember, the most fulfilling journeys, they often begin with a single step.